Hey guys, this is GamerCow. Welcome to something a little bit different here. I've kind of been playing a reasonable bit of YGO Master Duel, mostly off stream at this point, but I just hit Platinum, and well, I'm pretty happy considering I don't exactly know nearly that much about the modern game and whatnot. Uh, I've been playing Pendulum Magician, and it's been amazing. I have kind of won a lot of games recently, so first game in Gold I lost, and then 15 win streak. It's kind of insane. But what's more insane was this last game. I really want to show this one real quick because it was just absolutely ridiculous. I'll do my best to go through it as I can. So I lost a die roll for this one. My opponent went first. They are playing Dragon Link, which is a deck I have not played against until right now. So yeah, you have to forgive me if I go a little bit slow during this, just to actually show things. You see, my hand is kind of not amazing. I've drawn my one time gazer to go with the chronograph. Unfortunately, chronograph needs to search out the time gazer from the deck, basically. So not exactly too great. Anyway, you can see there's no hand traps in here, so instantly it's like, uh-oh. And then we see Quick Launch, and I'm like, oh no, this is a real deck. So Quick Launch is not even once per turn, this is going to come up later. They have the Not Division in hand, so when they've summoned their Dart Dragon, I think it was? Yeah, if a Dart Dragon is special summoned, you can special that from hand, so they go ahead and do that. Link off this into the Striker Dragon, which gets boot set to launch out the deck. I don't think that boot set to actually mattered in the end, but you know, it's a draw. It's fine enough. So then we see these two get linked off into the Dragoonity one, the Romulus. This, if I remember right, this gets a Dragon Ravine from the deck. So there was that, and then the Not Division, I think, drew a card here as well. Was the thing with that. Yeah, if it's sent to graveyard as link material, draw a card. So it gets the draw, and then Dragon Ravine comes in. So he uses the Dragon Ravine and sends discards a card, sends a dragon to the grave. It's Lightning Storm that got sent because he's not going second, so it doesn't need that. Absorella Dragon, when it's discarded, gets a rocket monster. Well, when it's sent to graveyard, gets a rocket from the deck to the hand. So going to see another one here. It is another Tracer. So I think Chaos Space is the next one that comes in. Yes, that discards the Tracer, gets the Wyver Burster. No normal summon yet, by the way. So we special summon to get this. This goes way too fast. Special summon the Wyver Burster by banishing one Dark, which is the Absorella here, and then this World Legacy Guardian thing comes in to add the Tracer back to hand. Yeah. So adds a level 4. Oh no, he specialed it instead, right? It's add to hand or special summon. See, I keep forgetting. It's like, there's way too many interactions on the stuff here. I am not familiar with a lot of this stuff, so it does take a bit to go through. Anyway, it's linking off here. I thought Link 3, but no, it's another Link 2. Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. This is probably a death sentence most of the time. This is a quick effect thing to tribute a monster on your hand or field, and then return a face-up card on the field to the hand at quick speed, so it's interruption in the opponent's turn for whatever they do. We get the Wyver Burster effect that gets the Black Dragon because it was sent to the graveyard from the field, I think it is. Is it from the field? I've got it. I actually got to double check. Yeah, when it's sent from field to graveyard, the Black Dragon is picked up from the white one. Chaos Space is going to bottom deck that white dragon to draw another card by banishing itself in the grave. So there's another draw. The Tracer, I think, yeah, this one targets face-up control, destroys it, summons a rocket from the deck. So it's going to destroy itself. No, it's going to destroy the ravine because it doesn't need to destroy itself. So this then gives material for a level 8 synchro, which I thought, okay, Savage Dragon, that's going to be bad. No, this is much worse. So now we have this crazy thing. I want to make this, but it's an ultra rare. Would probably fit the deck I'm building too. If it's synchro summoned, you can excavate top 5 cards of your deck, add a excavate a light or dark that's monster, just in general, and then discard the remaining ones. And it's got a banish thing as well that's going to come in later on to revive itself. So we get some cards revealed here. Cosmic Cyclone too. This guy has got a really good deck. Nibiru is in, but the Levianeer is the card that is wanted here. That's going to strip a card out of my hand as well by banishing 3 darks later on. So we get another Link 1, Guard Dragon Pisty. This is actually banned in the TCG, I think, so this is another kind of crazy bit that Dragon Link has gone in here. It comes in later on because of the Legacy Guard Dragon spell here. You can special Dragon from your hand to like a zone that 2 Link monsters point to. This Legacy Guardian thing actually lets you move one of your Link monsters, so he's going to shift it across to have this zone get pointed to twice, and that was pretty cool. So we get the Levianeer summon by banishing 3 darks, and by doing so, Levianeer will let you shuffle a random card for your opponent's hand into the deck, so that's going to get also Chain Quick Launch for some reason. Don't think it was really necessary, but whatever, clicking buttons, right? So we get a Rocket Synchron from the deck here. That's going to get my Chronograph away. And this is a 1 and an 8, so we get a Synchro 9 here. Didn't actually know this was a thing. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. There is the negate. Target 1 face-up card your opponent controls negates effects until the end of the turn, which doesn't exactly help. So we have a quick effect bounce, we have a negate, we've had a card ripped out of our hand. But it ain't over yet, because like I said, you can move this thing across, and now there's another special summon, which is from the graveyard. So that goes. Another Striker Dragon comes in here, because this isn't limited in this game. It's limited in the TCG, but not here. So it's using the second effect here. Target a face-up monster you control and a rocket in the graveyard. Destroy that monster in the field. If you do, the other monster gets added to the hand. So yep, that gets put back in. I think it's got a special summon effect on it though. Yeah, it's like if a dark you control that was special for the extra gets destroyed, you know, conveniently what Striker Dragon did to itself, send it from hand of field to graveyard, target one of those destroyed monsters, special summon the dark from your grave with a different original name. So I think this got the, yeah, it got the Synchron back. And then Chaos Ruler has its own thing. So yeah, it comes back in again and special summons itself. And I don't know why you put it in defense, that was kind of weird. But yeah, banish a light and dark from hand and or graveyard. Probably could have banished in the graveyard, right? And kept hand advantage. Pretty sure some of that came from the hand. It's a bit weird. So, I don't know, I think it's probably to trigger like the Black Dragon or something. No, just end phase. Right, so we, like I say, we have an Omni Negate, we have a bounce at quick speed, and we have a bunch of really strong dudes on this board here. So, not looking great, to be honest, when we've had a card out of our hand. Drawing another Pendulum Graph definitely doesn't help. So, I start with the Pendulum Graph because I'm thinking, okay, maybe you want to negate that because I can search from the deck with it. Don't know if they have like Ash or something in hand here, but that doesn't trigger anything, so I have to summon go with a Wisdom Eye. This does get negated once I put the second scale down and like try to go for its effect here. So Wisdom Eye, if you have another Magician in your Pendulum zones, you can destroy it and then scale a different Magician monster from the deck. So of course the goal here was to get this in the extra deck and then special, get something else out with scale 8, so I'd be able to special summon 2 with my pen summon here. But of course this negates that. And it's negated until the end of the turn, so even though I could trigger this, it's not going to do anything. So no point doing that. So I just go, alright, well, normal summon that, and that actually fetches the bounce. First mistake from my opponent here. They tribute the Synchron to bounce my Time Gazer back to hand. It's like, okay, well, now I can't do anything for the rest of the turn, right? No, because this triggers the Pendulum Graph. So if they didn't bounce my dude, I guess I could have destroyed Spheres, but like, I would have been dead on board. So, not sure what they were thinking with that one, but I do get Harmonizing Magician, which is key to actually get the rest of this going now. So we've eaten up the negate, and we've eaten up the bounce. So now we're free to just play however we want. So we use the Pendulum Summon, that's why I normal summon instead of pen summon here, so I could get this up. So we special Harmonizing. When Harmonizing gets special summoned here, it takes a Magician monster from my deck, summons it to the field, so we get a level 7. It doesn't matter what level 7 it is, it's just a level 7. We're going to link these off, and we make Crystron Freeback, so however you want to say this, the freaking needle fiber. So I was tempted to make the Blackluster Soldier one here, because I could have destroyed spheres and then banished the Red Dragon, but I realized that I wasn't actually going to be able to kill from there. I could have gained like 1500 attack or something, but I'm pretty sure I would have still been out. So instead, I go for the Crystron line here, because this can special summon Tuning Magician from the deck, which is kind of important for later on. We're going to Spellcaster and the Link 2, we're going to make Selene here. There's been tons of spells played from my opponent first turn, so we get enough counters on this thing. Use its effect, remove 3 of the counters on it in order to special summon Tuning Magician back. Unfortunately, Tuning Magician does burn for 400 when you do that, which is kind of annoying. But it gives me the materials to make Access Code Talker. This life points actually do matter too, because I miss Lethal because of Tuning Magician proccing twice, which is unfortunate. But yeah, now we have Access Code Talker on the field, and that can pick apart this board as well. So Access Code, when it's summoned, you can use one of the link monsters that it was summoned with, and go ahead and absorb like the attack power here. So we get 1,000 times the link rating, so it's up at 53 now. Tuning Magician, because I have 2 magicians in my pendulum zones, I can special summon it, and then gets banished when it leaves the field. So that's going to proc again, going to burn another 400 here, but this gives me enough material to make Borreload Savage Dragon, because I summoned a level 7 in particular when I used Harmonizing Magician earlier. Borreload Savage takes the Selene from the graveyard to get 3 counters. This is an Omni Negate once per turn, and now Access Code Talker can use the Crystron that I used for summoning earlier and destroy 1 monster on the field here. I take out the Hot Red Dragon because of the negate potential of this thing. So we'll destroy that and now go into battle, and we have just a ton of damage here, right? 53, 39, 25, 29, 25 there. We actually would have had lethal if it wasn't for the 800, the difference that Tuning Magician gave across the turn. They try a Nibiru in end phase here. Obviously, you don't really want a Nibiru that established board, so I can understand why they waited until much later in, but I have the Borreload Savage Dragon at this point, so I just use one of the counters to negate it. And then we're kind of done, right? I know Boot Sector Launch is the other card in their hand right now, so the Nibiru stays in hand, but I know they had Boot Sector, but we have 2 monsters each on the field right now, so Boot Sector Launch doesn't actually do anything, and they don't have rockets in hand to special with it, so they can activate it, but it doesn't really matter. Prosperity is their draw for turn, so they banish just the 3. I negate that because I don't want them getting an extra card at this point. Anything that they could use to get back in this would be bad, so I reckon they could have had like a rank 8 or something to go into here. I'm not sure if there's a rank 8 dragon like that actually works in this situation, but if there was, I guess it would have made Boot Sector live, right? Because they would have had 1 less thing out, but they don't have anything, so I kind of run them out on that first turn, and we just use Duelist Alliance. I mean, I could have pen summoned here instead, but we use Duelist Alliance to get the double Iris Magician so that I can attack over for lethal. And I had no right to be in this game. They messed up, that's for sure, but crazy comeback off of that. Absolutely insane. And this deck is really cool. Like, I just love the Pendulum Magician stuff here. It's been very, very fun to play around with here. So I'll just real quick go into the stuff with it here. I don't really want to go like a full profile with this. It is 45 cards because it's hard to fit the hand traps and stuff in here, but this deck can kind of do a ton of stuff. So we've got, Borreload Savage plays, we've got the Odd Eyes Absolute into Vortex is another negate here. Access Code for the kills. Appaloosa is not hard at all to get out here. The Blackluster dude is really good against Eldritch stuff, so that's been very nice. And Electromite is just broken as hell. So, Obviously there's stuff that I could change here if I wasn't free to play, but I do not have a ton of material, as you can see up here. I've been looking at other stuff for building for the Exceeds event and stuff, so yeah, it's been fun. Anyway, yeah, kind of ridiculous game, to be totally honest with you, and I just wanted to share. So that's what I did. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, take care.